Post when Cowboys beat the Commanders. I know I didn't do the scouting report, you know, and to be honest with you, I didn't even really watch too much film. I didn't get a chance to, but I did catch a good majority of that. What was it? That Monday night game against the Bears versus the Commanders. And I knew the Cowboys had an excellent shot today. I know we didn't talk about it, but I knew they had an excellent shot to beat the Commanders because the Commanders look real trash to me in watching that game, especially losing Caleb Williams, you know. Now, and there were some things in regards to this quarterback, Jaden Daniels, that I've been trying to tell people when he first came out, though. But like I said, he do game at the. He ain't no sucker when it come down to in-game situations, so that's his saving grace, though. But there's some flaws in regards to old boy. But we're not really here to talk about Jaden Daniels to a certain degree, even though he did cough that ball up, even though he did lose to Caleb Williams the previous week. Uh, but at the end of the day, with that Commanders defense, with that, I guess you could say, average at best offensive line with no weapons, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys did what they were supposed to do. That Commanders defense ain't too far away, ain't too far off from Dallas. If you really want to be, if you want to keep it real, it's just that they don't have the, I guess, the breakdowns that the Dallas Cowboys have. If the Cowboys was more sharper in the back end, they'll probably be just like the Commanders defense. So you do with that in the way that you will. I did make a statement, made a post on Twitter today and said that, is this the defense? Is this his Dan Quinn defense that the Dallas Cowboys so desperately miss, that these creators had said that, oh, man, you miss Dan Quinn. Is this what we miss from Dan Quinn? Because that sure do look trash. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Anytime. Yeah. I mean, it's a good dub. It's a good dub. And, you know, regardless of who you play in the NFL, a dub is a dub. You can't help what you got on your schedule, though, but I'm just really wanted to see. I just want to see what this team does against a better team. Now, I guess we're going to figure out how good of a team, I don't know, maybe the Broncos was chilling, or, you know, it'd be like that sometime, you know, when you just know that you're better than certain teams and you just coasting. So I don't know how that game went, but they went to war with the Giants today. But I know that even though their quarterback, the Broncos quarterback, Bo Nix, ain't worth the damn, I do know as a team, uh, they're gonna be the probably the best team that they done played in the last few weeks. I know that. Probably should, if I ain't mistaken, probably the best team that didn't play it all year. So that'll be interesting to see how the Dallas Cowboys do next week, right? Uh, One thing I can tell you though, which is very interesting, is the trust that Dak Prescott got with George Pickens. Is very interesting that Dak Prescott is willing to throw the type of balls that we've been trying to request for him to throw to CD, and he's throwing it to this newcomer Pickens like that. So it's very interesting, and like I said, I'm not saying that CD Lamb is a bum, but that kind of shows something about CD, you know? Like, how is Dak Prescott trusting Pickens to throw these type of bombs, and just sometimes he just throw it up and just trust that Pickens is going to at least get a hand on it or make an attempt, or he trusts them. And we never seen that level of trust with CD Lamb. So that's very interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not expecting much. I was a sophomore in college and got our ass kicked. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Hello. Was Hannon T Dub. Was Hannon. You know, to be honest with you, like I said, I can't really give you like a true evaluation. I mean, especially with that secondary, is because they didn't go against nobody. I mean, they was going against Chris Moore and Robbie Anderson. What do you call himself? Robbie Chosen now? Robbie Chosen. Shit, you wasn't chosen today, weak ass boy. But and what I say? Chris Moore, Robbie Anderson, and McCaffrey, Luke McCaffrey, and 60-year-old Zach Ertz. I mean, shoot, if you can't lock that up, then I don't know what to tell you then, fam. I'm just not impressed by that secondary performance. I just want to see that, a better performance against a better type of wide receiver core. That's all I'm saying is I need to see it against the competition, right? Because many seasons the Dallas Cowboys will go ahead and beat up on bums, but when it come down to the good teams, where they be at? Where they be at is all I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Like, let me see this against a good team. That's all I'm saying. You know, if they can sit over there and punch on the Broncos, I'm like, then maybe I'll change my tune a little bit. If they could punch on the Broncos, I'll change my tune a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't know if the Broncos is banged up or whatever the case may be, but if they can punch on the Broncos, then like I said, I will change my tune a little bit in regards to what this team has done. We need to use them picks for defense. All right, going off of how the state of the division is and where everything is at, if Jerry wanted to make a move, I think he should do it now. Trayvon Diggs, this boy out here getting concussion. He getting more contact at the crib than he getting more contact on the football field with with 11 other people to hit. That's crazy to me. But I hope that's a sign that he gone though. Ship him to Green Bay, man. Can you give me Savion or something? Ship him to Green Bay, fam. Real talk. Get that scrub up out of here. We whooping the Broncos. It's going to be interesting. We're going to see. I can't wait to dive into that Bronco film. I ain't even going to lie to you. I'm kind of interested to see how Denver looking, That's for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. I can't say that. It didn't look like, it didn't look like they really missed a beat. See. Trayvon Diggs is just like his boy, 11. He's poison. And when you got poison in a locker room, fam, posed as some good food, fam. Somebody bound to go ahead and take a bite of that poison. And as you can see, right, look at the front. Even though the front ain't worth a damn, you can see like the front is just a little better. Now, that's not saying much, but it's just like their approach, their mentality, like their focus is just like better. Now, like I said, now in regards to playing physical, I mean Fowler but it's just different. And I think you're gonna have to get rid of this 7 too, because he no good, fam. If he's supposed to be a leader of your team, that ain't it, fam. He ain't it. You gotta get rid of him. Bland looks like the old Bland. And Clowney looks like he in shape now. Loke, what's happening? Uh-huh. Let's see if you want that ring. Yeah. Uh-huh. Trayvon wants out and they need to trade that hoe. Yeah, buddy. I'm sick of Diggs, bro. I wanted to get rid of him as soon as we got rid of 11. He a sucker just like his boy. That's facts. That's facts. Trade Dono because he just does not fit this defense. Yes. Yes. I agree. I never even wanted to go ahead and sign that boy. I'm on record on saying that. My video's still up about that one. Him and Gallup. Him and Gallup. You know? But I do, but one thing I can't say though about Foe, right? We know Foe flaws. Tom Brady was on old boy about Foe flaws because I seen it too. Cause there were some things that's like, okay, yeah, yeah, you might got that positive result, or yeah, you got that, but that ball placement, ooh, that decision, ooh, he missed that throw, yeah. I even seen a little bit on the TV copy. So that Tom Brady criticism that they was getting, I seen some people talking about, oh, he hating. Nah, that shit was warranted, family, especially from a franchise quarterback fan. But one thing I can say though that I do like though that Dak has done is using his legs a little bit more, attempting to try to go get the first down, you know, and throwing that up to Pickens. That's the two things that I like that Dak has. You can see is making an attempt to try to at least fix. You know, so I can't say that about that boy. You know, and like as I mentioned earlier, is I just find it very interesting that Dak is willing to throw them type of footballs up to a new wide receiver, but he wasn't willing to go ahead and throw them same type of footballs to the receiver that's been with him for I don't know how long, you know, for a few years. You know what I'm saying? That's very interesting to me. Very interesting to me. The one thing I noticed was the pass rush needs a killer. For sure. In a middle linebacker. I ain't even really tripping too much on the corners. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, you can sit over there and make do for the rest of the season with these scrubs. You know what I mean? Uh, but man, if they can get a middle linebacker and a real rusher, that will make a big difference for this team. That would for the defense too, and that'll help out Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark being there battling every week, you know what I mean? And shit, if Kenny Clark is your best player on your defense, then that's a problem. Not saying that Kenny is a bum, because we know he's not a bum, but if Kenny Clark is your best defender on your squad, that is an issue. That is an issue. No matter what he getting paid, that ain't his game. Cold thing about it is he was doing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the hell these people be doing, man. When they get to the pros, they be changing their game a lot, man. I remember CD, man. CD at Oklahoma. CD will go get that ball. CD will go get that rock. But now as a pro, man, they start acting real strange. Real different. real different. So it's like, okay. I know one thing I can't tell you though. This though, I know I can tell you this. No Bass, that right guard could potentially be playing like some ass. I would just say that because I see a little bit of baptism there. Now I wasn't paying attention to him fully, but there were some, little issues there, man, in regards to a little pickup, little communication issues that wasn't there with Bass now. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Hey, man, don't mess up a good thing because you think this rookie needs to go ahead and play. Don't mess up a good thing, fam. You see, even though partly it was in part because Dak was holding it a little bit longer early on, fam, I'm telling you that Hoffman and Bass combo is the combo that needs to be if you serious about doing something. That's all I'm gonna say. I say go get Max Crosby. You know I'm with that. You know I'm with that. Because he going against Cat with 40 plus teams verticals. He can't go up there with a lot of these DB that's in the league. Teron Payne was putting that beast on that point. Yeah, man. When what's his name, man? BB come back. I hope they don't make that. I hope they keep BB on the bench. Like I said, I'm not. I mean, because of course, like the type of investment, I wouldn't even say like a real investment, but like the investment of time and where you selected. Like, of course, you know what I'm saying. You gonna have to make that boy. Well, I wouldn't say you wouldn't have to if you got Hoffman. I'll be honest with you. I don't think you do. So yeah, let me retract that statement because you don't. You can always go with the better player, and Hoffman and Bass is your better players up front, fam. Especially when you're going against teams that's gonna take away that short stuff. All right now, if Payne, if Payne doing you greasy like that rut, hey, hey, good thing he didn't play last week. Good thing he didn't play last week. Shoot, man. I forgot who Denver got inside though. But we gonna find out this week though. Crosby and Hendrickson, Miles Garrett. I'll take Jeffrey. Yeah, I'm with you on all that. I'll take all them. Booker stroke, man. Man, I think that was a mistake putting that boy up in there right now, man. But these coaches feel like they know best. Just like they want to go ahead and make Jay Toa inactive again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on with this coaching staff and their decisions, fam. Do not know what's going on, but they better get this together, fam. They better get it together. They better get it together, man. Cause you think Miles used to play over Thor? Cold game. Denver got Benito. Paying the top 10 D. Yeah, paying the top 10 DT though. Shit. But yeah, but it ain't like he Aaron Donald and them and Chris Jones. I know his boy strong. He ain't no bum for sure, but man, you would want to see them signs. You would want to see them signs like, okay. Because like I said, we all knew that he was going to get baptized this year with some of the D tackles he had to go against, though. But I don't know, fam. I don't, like I said, I know one thing that boy going to always struggle with. That's just the way he made. It's just that lateral, going lateral. So he going to struggle with that. When you go against one of them quick guys, man, that's going to really get upfield, man, he going to struggle with that for sure. Quentin Williams, oh, for sure. I want to know why. Is Jalen Tolbert seeing the field in any capacity? Because Dak keep relying on that bum in critical situations. That's a Dak call. I don't even think that's a Schottenheimer call. I think that's a Dak call. I think Dak want that boy up in there. I think that's a Dak call, fam. I honestly think that's a. Yeah, I honestly think that's a Dak call. Tolbert needs to see the field. Needs to not see the field. He takes breaks during the game. I thought he'd been taking a break his whole career. I thought that boy been taking a break his whole career. The way he been playing, I ain't seen the boy show up yet. Shoot, I'm trying to say something like, man, can we get a 3? We ain't asking you to be a 1 or a 2, fam. Like, can you at least be a 3? Can you at least be a 3? Jeez. Man. Dak has an unhealthy allegiance to losers. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Jesus. Jesus. Maybe that I guess maybe the way that they played though, maybe that'll give them confidence going into the next week. Maybe that'll give them confidence. I mean, you could say so because, like I said, Bo Nix though, Bo Nix is trash, fam. I ain't got to sit over there and tell you to look at the film to tell you that, man. I've been talking about that boy been trash since he came out. Bo Nix is trash. So Bo Nix will give you opportunity. Bo Nix is gonna let you off the hook. When you just like that, remember that Mariota throw that he missed toward the sideline on that 4th down? Yeah, that's Bo Nix right there. He'll let you off the hook, fam. If they ain't running the ball and that boy got to throw the ball, okay, that's what you want. You want that boy to throw the ball. And if he throwing the ball 40-something times, man, you got a good shot. You got a good shot. We gonna dog walk Denver. We gonna see. We gonna see. Like I said, I'm gonna tap in on that film a little earlier. We gonna see. We gonna see. 'Cause I know Denver. Wasn't Denver just out of the country the past week or two? So they're trying to get that could be it. You know, being out the country. If I'm not mistaken, I could have swore they was playing out the country last week. Where was they at? Oh yeah, in London. Damn, usually they get a bye after that week. They ain't get no bye? So I get it. With the travel, I don't know how long it take for a London flight, though, but I get it. Because I thought usually they'll get a bye or something. They ain't got no bye? Then the league, that's interesting what the league did with that. Usually they'll get a bye after. But shoot. So they could have been, yeah. You might see a different little Denver this week. That's for sure. So I guess you could say from that London trip, that kind of explains their performance today without having to go ahead and look at some things. This seems to be. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Commander's weak. Eberflus will play, so he's going straight 1 week. That's going to get him fired. Bland need to be in the nickel. They need to go find him a 2. If they going to keep Diggs' weak ass, Bland need to go stay in that nickel. Bland don't need to be playing no outside. We know that Bland's best work was always in the nickel. He got to get back to that. Go get him a 2. I don't know what they own. Oh, Lord. They talking about that little scrub had 3 sacks today. He finally had a triple sack game. Who he was going against? One of them little bums. Oh. Oh, he finally got a couple sacks today. Yeah, man, I had got it up on the little. I had just put on the football. I see the little scrub had 3 sacks today. Oh, like I said, if it ain't film, y'all, I'll be honest with you, y'all. If it ain't film, if it ain't the Cowboys on, if it ain't film, we watching for the upcoming week. Maybe I might tune in to a Sunday night game here and there, depending who playing. Like a little bit today. like in this second half, I'm gonna be watching Penix because I like Penix, man. Uh, I don't really watch football like that no more. I just can't take the way it's being played today. It's just not enjoyable, fam. I don't know what it is. I know what it is, but it just ain't enjoyable, fam. And the Cards just not knowing. Do they still got what's his name? Was it Paris Johnson? Yeah, they on Twitter talking about how Cowboys should have. Oh, here we go. They was quiet a couple weeks ago when they tied. But now all of a sudden he get 3 weeks, man. He get three of them things a day. Oh, these niggas some weirdos out here, G. Oh man, they some weirdos out here, fam. They some weirdos. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's been a while though since we've seen the defense actually like stop somebody, like get a punt. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and there was a time, man, it was great to punt. I'm like, the defense, they making them punt? I was like, they punting? For real? They're punting? But I'm gonna tell you what though, man, that D line, man, especially them ends, bro, they still not rushing correctly. They still taking on the full man, not the half man. The blitz can't even get home. I mean, I think they got home a couple times. But the blitz can't even get home, fam. How you blitzing? You can't get home, fam. They timing is off. I mean, I actually seen Ken and them and Shamar was actually trying to, feel something. I don't know. I don't know if that was just because of the Commanders' offensive line, and I don't know what it was. They said they got called out or whatever. You got called out, so you got to get called out to play with some pride. Fam, I understand that sometimes, man, in a 17-game season, you are entitled to, a bad game here and there. But fam, your heart, you don't know about that one, G. Oh, God. I feel like if Michael played this game, JD5 will have a bigger game. Yeah. 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 All he had to do was just buzz back outside when he took that inside release. And that'll buy him like 3 more seconds to throw the ball for somebody like Luke McCaffrey to get open or Robbie Chosen. Hey, facts. Let's get Diggs up out of here. I'm enjoying life without that boy, man. Hey, look, like I said, regardless, man, look, y'all don't know how many times, fam, that I shake my head every time I was watching the Dallas Cowboys when that boy was playing. It was it was damn near unbearable for me. Look, real talk, cause I probably, man, maybe I haven't missed much Cowboys games, man, in the last 15 years, man. You can count on one finger, right? I mean, one hand. I mean, but gee, if I wasn't doing content, bro, I probably would have started skipping on some games, fam. That's how much it was annoying watching this boy ball. I couldn't do it. So you already know how elated I was when they went on ahead and shipped him out of here. I was very elated. Diggs, even though I know he's soft, it just ain't on the same type of extent as 11. But yeah, I'm ready for him to go too. He a sucker. He put his house on the auction block. Okay. 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 So this week we gonna get him up out of here? So who want him? Shoot, matter of fact, give me a player. I don't even want no picks. Dallas Cowboys can't pick, y'all. We already got enough picks. I want players, y'all. The Dallas Cowboys need players. We don't need no more picks. Jerry Jones and McClain them can't pick. Like I said, look at your defense right now. That's the product of them picking. Minus a couple additions. That's the product of them picking. It was so bad. Let me tell you something. It was so bad that they didn't even want to give number 11 a second contract, fam. They regret to give Diggs his second contract, fam. So I'm just trying to figure out something. Where has the Dallas Cowboys been picking good at? I think the last thing the Dallas Cowboys need is a whole bunch of picks so they can screw it up. It's just like when the draft that one year, man, them 12, 13 picks, man. How you got 12, 13 picks, man? And damn near all of them, I think all of them were scrubs. Even a minute, right? Who threw who under the bus? 11 or 7? They know something about that bag on Micah. Oh, Diggs under the bus, man. Diggs threw himself under the bus, man. The way he plays, bro. Like, come on, fam. Like, how could you be in the same locker room as him and respect him for what he does on the field in a run game? His effort that he been saying. You see the way he been saying, like he talking like he want to play man. Fam, you get cooked. You be getting cooked in man. You be getting cooked. Homie, you just went for a double move against Xavier Legette, G. You just went for a double move against. Hey, look, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you why this false confidence of him playing man is there. Because he used to have a pass rush in front of him. That's why, G. No pass rush, he not sticky. Now, I understand you can say a good pass rush and good coverage can go hand in hand. Like a DJ Quick song. But fam, that pass rush, that depth at rush is gone. Now you see the real Diggs. Nick Saban ain't here. Now you see the real Diggs. He just not it. I think I made the statement that if he was going to play corner, Diggs is like more of a two corner, not to be thrust in a number one corner role. And I agree with a couple of y'all that said that, hey, maybe you need to try him as safety. I agree with that. I would agree with that. You know? You need a Minka Fitzpatrick, Devin McCourty him. They just start talking about it. Whoo! Whoo! Man. Man, Champ Bailey ain't walking through that door, fam. When we see 7, man, we don't see Champ. We don't see Dion. Man, we don't even see Antoine Winfield. Man, we don't even see cover 2 Tillman. We don't even see Asante McCourty. We don't see none of them jokers. We don't see no Rived, no Cromartie. We don't see none of them jokers. We ain't no Richard Sherman walking through that door. I hope he ain't even Brandon Browner. At least Brandon Browner gonna press you. At least he gonna press you. He gonna hem you up. Ain't no how Al Harris rolling through that door. No Mike McKenzie. Ain't no Patrick Surtain, the number 1, walking. Ain't no Aeneas Williams, no Charlie Woodson walking through that door. None of them walking through that door, fam. They is not walking through that door. Not at all. No D'Angelo Hall. No first year Norman. You know what I'm saying? Shit, not even no Jadorian Jenkins when he was with the Rams. They ain't walking through that door. They ain't walking through that door, fam. They is not walking through that door. Diggs is not. Hey, look, man. Diggs is he a gambler. Hey, he ain't got no catch up speed to me. He's undisciplined. He want to do his own thing, fam. He got his bread. He said good, bro. I remember the Diggs his rookie year. Even though he was getting barbecue chicken, Diggs would go ahead and hustle. What was that? What was it against DK Metcalf? He got beat, but he hustled and punched it out. Come on, fam. Where that hunger at? What happened? What happened? You got paid, so you good, bruh. That poison came through. That poison came through. There's some people that just can't be saved, homie. And Diggs can't be saved, man. Diggs got poisoned. Diggs got poisoned, fam. Number 11 poisoned him. He poisoned him, man. So get him up out of here. Just get him up out of here. Look, I don't care what you get. I know what I would like, but fam, just ship him out of here. Cause you're doing the future a great disservice by keeping him here. You already made an excellent move that's going to pay off dividends if you make good decisions in the next 2 years by shipping number 11 off. Now you got to get rid of 7. They talking about some 7-11. Yeah, it was always open with y'all. Fam, the pass open, the run open. It was always open, so you damn right. Shit, it was open. Shoot, talking about some 7-11. Shit, man. Shoot. 24-hour fitness where they was 24 hours. Shit. They can get what you want, fam. Shoot. You can get what you want. We can get you a hot dog in there for $1.50. Shit, you get what you want. You go get you a shit, man. Scrub ass people, man. They scrubs, fam. I just get tired of people sitting over there, man, elevating scrubs and claiming how good and special and great they are, and they suck, man. Like I said, man, I know when y'all play football, right? When y'all play them scrub ass teams, right? You'll have a individual that just go off. He going crazy when they go against some scrubs. But when y'all go against some good teams to get battle tested, they ain't nowhere to be found. And it's the same thing with a lot of these Dallas Cowboys, fam. When you go against the scrubs, oh, they all American. But when you go against somebody, man, that's going to go ahead and punch you right back after you sock them, or sock you back and you don't punch them back, fam, they ain't nowhere to be found. They ain't nowhere to be found. Nowhere. And that has been what this team has always been about for I don't know how long. For I don't know how long. Show up. Show up. Show up. Just show up. That's all I'm saying. Show up when it matters the most. Show up when it matters the most. You know it's mentality. right? Kenny, hey, look, Ken come up on here and shoot, the middle of your defense been pretty solid against the run, fam. That's one player with a different mentality that your team ain't been drafting. He already had a mentality of one, his confidence is up, two, his mentality the way it's supposed to be, and you see a difference. So what is that telling y'all? It's telling y'all that the Dallas Cowboys is not looking at the grand scheme of things. They're not looking at the mentality of these players. They thinking, oh, he do this and do that. Nah, fam. There's a way that you got to play, and you could tell on film. Bro, you could tell a lot about a player's mentality on film. Can you tell George Kittle's mentality on film? Yes, you can. Does it look like that boy enjoy blocking? Yes. Is he a team player? Yes. Does he sacrifice? Yes. Why you think the Niners ain't got rid of that boy, even though that boy played like 2 games a year? Soon as he get healthy, the team gets a spring, right? Okay, what spring did the Cowboys get today? Because it seemed like they got the spring of, oh, boy wasn't here. 7 wasn't here. So regardless of the competition that they played, we like, shoot, now we do what we do. We do what we do. That little zesty ass boy. Well, I forgot what I was. I forgot I was on line for a second. Y'all look, I'm like, what the hell they showing on TV, man? Shit, man. Why they keep saying that boy generational? That's just stupid people being stupid. Corey said, Tolbert don't enjoy blocking. We need Florin. Yeah, put Florinor in there. Yup, put him in there. I'm pretty sure they're going to give Mingo a little shot because of what they gave him. But yeah, put Florinor in there. Shoot, I'm more comfortable with giving him opportunity than over Tolbert, who I know won't do nothing. And you know, CD and Pickens ain't blocking worth a damn. So go get somebody up in here who's willing to throw their body up in here. Get somebody up in here who's willing to throw their body. Because we know, man, the importance of a wide receiver blocking in a run game. We know the importance. Man, hey, man, that 5-yard run can turn into a 30-yard gain to a house call, fam. By a wide receiver blocking. So, man, when I look in the film, man, and they give a minimum effort in that department, fam, that ain't cool. You know? But it's good. Did I put him in my lineup? Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. But was like your race, I had to make sure. But yeah, man, they need to go ahead and get some players, man, that fit that mentality mode, man. Like Javonte. Javonte gonna lean on you. He started the game off giving Lattimore pads. He gonna lean on you, fam. He gonna run hard. I like that. You know, I like that. Giving suckers them 7.6 twos. So they can find out if they really wanted the blues. When it comes down to them pads, fam. And Javonte gonna lean on you. And I know he gonna be a little bit more motivated to go ahead and go against his Denver. Feed him. I don't think you want Dak throwing 40 times this game. Feed him. Give Javonte 20 carries. Let him go. Get that boy some touches, man. Looking like he was avoiding blocking. And he know it too. and he know he gonna still get. And look, and what I said gotta be right. You think you with that lack of effort in the run game blocking, knowing damn well you don't give nothing in the passing game. That's somebody that's confident that hey, Dak want me here, so I'm gonna be here. So it's good. Shoot, Dak want me here. You ain't gonna overrule that. Shoot, yeah, you ain't overruling Dak. He want me here. Cold game. That'll be nice. Yup. Yup, Corey. Javante, boy, man, hell yeah, hello. I want 33 to have a Rico Dotto game. Hey, man. He need to. He need to. Man, if we can get 3 yards a pop at least, fam, because I know it's probably going to be a little bit more grimier. You know, it's going to be a little more tougher to run at times, man. But that's when the wide receivers and the tight ends going to come to play, fam. Can they commit? Can they commit? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He comfortable with that scrub. So he like, nah. They asked him for the lineup, man. You know, when it come down to that, of course Turpin and them gonna be in the mix though, but when it come down to that Tolbert and like with Tolbert, Flournoy, or Mingo decision, hey, yo, so what's up, Dad? Who you comfortable? Tolbert. Yeah, see, and he'll make up an excuse. Yeah, Tolbert gives me this, man, on third down. You know, look at this. Yeah, you know, I'm comfortable with that, you know. I don't really have that relationship with Flournoy and them yet. You know, I don't want to put Flournoy under the bus. You know, Dak say some such like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put Flournoy under the bus though, but you know, yeah, I'm just a little bit more comfortable. I know Tolbert gonna be in the right spots, and that matters. And that matters. Knowing good and well, man, you need the playmakers out here, fam. You need the playmakers out here, fam. Man, Flournoy, regardless of who Flournoy did it for, man, just that potential alone. So get that boy some more opportunities going against a team like Denver. For sure. Like shit, man. Say that, boy. What was he getting bad for too, man? Like it was a helmet, like on that sack. Man, that man ain't touched that boy helmet. He about to get him a little hug, but he ain't touched that boy helmet, man. And I ain't gonna lie, the Dallas Cowboys been getting a couple calls I've been seeing the last couple games that normally they wouldn't usually get. I don't know if it's because it's a betting thing or they feeling sorry for these suckers or I don't know what it is, but they getting some things, man. You know? You know, third down, Corey. Shoot. I believe he'll provide better separation than what a Tolbert would. Man, Tolbert make one play that I seen like, all right, Tolbert, that was a good play. And this whole time here, was it a couple games ago? What was it? What was it against the Denver Green Bay game? He made like one play, fam. Every every dog has his day. Guarantee you got to do with gambling because the rest man on it for sure. Because I'm like, man, they gonna give us that call. And I knew it was gonna be one of them games today when I looked at that spread today. What was that spread? 1.5. I was like, oh yeah, Dallas got that for sure. Fuck them picks. Do what the Rams did. Would you trail your picks for a Super Bowl this year? Yeah, sure would. I sure would. For a Super Bowl, for sure. For 1 year, yes, I would. I would. Oh yeah, yeah. Didn't they mess with his landing? I think they messed. I don't know if I don't remember though. I think they did mess with his landing though when he had failed. It was interesting though. That first tug though that the Dallas gave up, bro. What's up with that with the linebackers though? Was one supposed to carry that? Was he passing that off? You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, bro. You can't have that, fam. You can't have. Like I seen some stuff there that like okay, like it's just like look, the Commanders just wasn't gonna take advantage of that because they didn't have the firepower to. Like that, like a couple of them crossing routes, man, that resulted in some big gainers. Like I think it was a Chris Moore, bro. You can't have that. You can't have that. You can't have that. They gonna bro, they need some better linebackers. Bro, I see the 49ers got Luke Gifford out here, fam. They got hey bro. Hey, Luke Gifford will probably be your first or second best linebacker out here. Real spiel. Real spiel. Luke Gifford will probably be your first, second best linebacker out here. Real spiel, though. Real spiel. For sure. Yo, first or second. Easy. So the Niners scene. So, but real talk, though. The Dallas Cowboys need a real leader at that middle linebacker. Somebody real aggressive who gonna bring the boom. We need Rolando McClain. Give me Rolando McClain. Give me a Rolando McClain type, fam. I know they don't really make them linebackers like that no more. But you remember, man, when that boy came up over here, man, the difference that boy made, man. Just his big old presence in the middle. How that made a difference, fam. Big old Rolando McClain. You remember that little pick he had against Seattle at the end? Big old just dropping, boom, right to him, boom. That's what this Dallas Cowboys is missing. Because people underestimate, man, the power of a good middle linebacker, fam. They underestimate the power of a good linebacker, man. Ask Baltimore Ravens about what a real middle linebacker like. Ask the 49ers if they go miss Fred Warner. You know? Ask the 49ers, man. Ask Seattle about Bobby Wagner, man, when he left. Yeah, ask Carolina about Kuechly. Ask them about John Beeson. Ask Niners about Patrick Willis. you catching my drift now. You you got Urlacher, Lance Briggs. You know? The power of good linebackers, fam. They don't make them like they used to, but when you do come across one, man, hey, I know that position may not last too long in today's time. But I think it should last a little longer because the physical play ain't out here no more, fam. So you go against Derrick Henry, that's one player. They ain't making them like Derrick Henry no more. Facts, Corey. Facts, T-Dub. Facts. 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 You know? Shit, even when the Bengals was in there, Jermaine Pratt. I'm telling man about Jermaine, but shit, it's probably too late now. He too long in the tooth now. I think he with the Raiders now. Logan Wilson. The power of a good linebacker, fam. And if this defense with a middle linebacker next to When Overshown come back and a pass rusher, come on. Much better, much improved. Much improved. Because now, guess what? Look, now, say for instance, you got a Crosby here. Now your team is actually starting to be back in its rightful place. Now Sam Williams and Fowler are complementary defensive ends, not the I got to rely on you for 40, 50 snaps defensive ends. Now you got to put them back in a complementary role. Once you put them type of players back in a complementary role, then you'll probably see a big old improvement. Then, what, like, say for instance, you go get a number one, somebody like Sam will do a whole lot better. Fowler might go on a little run, but when you putting them in roles that they're not equipped for, that's when things get messed up. That's when things. Whoo-wee. Is it still McCurley? I want to say it was still McCurley. I'll take a prime Sean Lee. Yes. For sure. For sure. You know? And they all and one of the most important things though, the power of a good coach. All right, let's use let's use the Niners for example, right? Okay, the Niners is banged up. Do the Niners got a pass rush right now? No, but look how they playing against Atlanta. Why? Because they coaching got standards. They coaching got standards. They banged up in the front. Positions that the Dallas Cowboys need, they banged up there. No Bosa, no Warner. Look how they playing. They just filling in. Next man up. They playing hard. So you telling me, fam, even though we need them players, you also need that good coaching too. That coaching that got standards, man. They trying to run the tough coaches out, fam. You can't. You want a good product, you gotta bring that tough coaching back. You want a good product out here. You gotta bring you shit. Look what Brian Flores doing over there, man. Look at what he doing in Minnesota, fam. Come on. Like I said, when you get to riding broomsticks and riding surfboards like you Beyonce, when you get to wanting to go ahead and and be too friendly and not establish a coach-player relationship, you can go ahead and establish bonds and kick it all you want to. That's cool. That's fine. That's good. But you got to understand, man, business is business. And these coaches and these players don't understand that business is business, fam. That's the problem. Yeah, man. Hey, man. I know people may disagree with me, but what's Schottenheimer beyond, fam? Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Fam. Bro, you should have beat, hey, real talk, you should have beat Carolina. You should have got that one against Green Bay, and y'all be talking about this season a whole lot different now, wouldn't y'all? Because both of them was supposed to be wins. Just think about what position y'all be at them two was wins. Through and through. Through and through, Corey. Through and through. I thought about that so bad when they be like, "Oh, we playing the kids game." Fam, I don't think no kids. Nah, man, this ain't no kids game, fam. With the responsibility and the mental capacity, man, and the mental toughness that you gotta have. Nah, fam. You building these kids to be men, man, playing this game, fam. You don't know how much on my day-to-day activity that I can equate to playing football. I can damn near tell you everything that I go through in life, man. I can equate it to somehow, some way to football. Somehow, some way I could equate it to football. I can use football, for example, for anything. And I always use it, for example, in anything. gotta have a certain level of mental toughness to play that game, and for life too. These kids don't got that shit, man. They ain't got it. They ain't got it, man. And we going away from this. You know, a lot of people, right? Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I be out there coaching, right? Bro, we like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I coach with standards, man. And I tough coach you, fam. You know? At first, you know, parents just like, oh man, he's kind of tough. But then they love the results that come with it, though. They love the win streak that we on with it, though. They love how their kid is getting better. They love how their kid is getting tougher mentally and physically. And they see the difference. But you know, I read, they like, oh, he's so tough coaching. Oh, man, that's aggressive. But now they love the results, though. After every game, them parents are smiling. They smiling. I hear, oh, my man, you have got so much better. Players that ain't ever played the game before, you have gotten so much better. It ain't because I'm sitting over here and riding broomsticks with the players, fam. It's because of coaching. Players that didn't even believe in themselves, now they believing in themselves. I tell him, you think that boy can guard you? No. Now you ask him. You have me ask them that question at the beginning of the season. They be like, oh no, you think that boy can guard you? No. Yeah, okay. Well, get out there, go shit, get that boy that work. Get that boy that work. So you know what I'm saying. So like, what works? Bro, people going away from that, fam. Football got so man. Like I didn't even find out till this year, fam, that that they supposedly banned Oklahoma's. I was like, huh? I was like, what? When they told the head coach told me, he was like, hey, we can't do Oklahoma. I said, you can't do Oklahoma's. Man, that's how far out of touch I guess I was. You can't do Oklahoma's? What can you do? I'm like, this crazy, fam. This crazy. They claim that stuff was out there damaging the kids, but yet the stuff that they implemented now is really damaging the kids. I don't know everything that they banned, but I know I heard about they banned at Oklahoma. I was very shocked. I was very shocked. I don't know, fam. Uh-huh. I guess they did that, what? I want to say they did that about 3-4 years ago, I think. I guess if it's like a form of it, they banned it. It's so-called ban. I'm like, that's crazy. Talking about a high risk for injury, but yet that's the same type of drill you're going to do in the game. You're going to do that in the game, but they say it's a high risk for injury. No, you may got some coaches who don't know what they're doing and don't know how to regulate the drill, but bro, that's what you do in the game. That's where we go with that. You might as well play. Come on, man. You might as well keep everything flagged now. Take the pads off. That's what you do in the game. That's why I was so confused. I'm like, yo, that's what you do in the game. You do Oklahoma's in the game. What are we doing here, fam? That was crazy to me. And I still ain't got over that, though. I'm like, bro, they banned Oklahoma's? Yeah, man. I was like, man, what? And when I got to do the little coaching certificate stuff, and I look at the rule book, man, I ain't seen none of that. You know, they're trying to show you like the little hit, like the different tackles and all that. But man, when it come down to that, bro, I ain't seen none of that. I'm like, where was that? Where was that pamphlet at, fam? Cause I sure ain't seen that. They banned Oklahoma's. Something that you do in the game. But you can still do that. You remember that? Let me see. Cause I know y'all may know it as different things. Okay, so you know LSU, that big cat drill, they can do that. I'm like, that's interesting. That's interesting. Man, dog, I've been seeing a high. I've been seeing these girls come out here on the football film, and I've been seeing some of these girls be doing these boys in dirty. I'm like, whoa, whoa. I've been seeing some of them scared of them. I'm like, whoa, where's we going here? Gee, what's going on, fam? I'm like, the future is doomed, fam. We scared of the girls and tackle football, fam? Jeez. When I seen that, I was like, ooh, wee. Ooh, y'all different. I was like, ooh, y'all different. Ooh. And that's putting it in a nice terms for YouTube, fam. Because you know what I wanted to say. Because, man, we scared of girls in tackle? We talking about girls now, they playing quarterback. What? What? They playing quarterback? They playing linebacker? What? What? I was like, what? And they hitting y'all too? I was like, oh, this crazy. This crazy. Man, these young kids is different. They different, fam. They different, man. I'm like, this is where things is going. Oh man, this ain't it. This ain't it at all, fam. Man, football, hey, man, it's starting to get close. Like you damn near like football over with, fam. Man, give it another couple more years, fam. You gonna really see that product just. You gonna see a girl. You probably gonna see a girl try to enter into the NFL draft. Man, whoo-wee. This is supposed to be a man's game. But where the man at? Damn. Damn. But anyway, man, shoot, man, I'm about to get up out of here, get some work done. I know when that film drop, I should be able to cause I really ain't got nothing going on in the evening tomorrow. So as soon as that film drop, I can get started on it a little earlier so I could try to get my presentation with the film done a little earlier, you know. And I wish that I probably would have did more clips though, because there was a whole lot more clips. I be thinking like I'm gonna be like 3-4 hours sometime, cause there'd be so many clips, bro, and I be trying to get through them and cause. But man, I guess like you know what I mean, cause I'm just used to trying to fit a certain type of time limit, and then I don't know like if I go to a certain amount of length, is they gonna mess with it? Cause we've been good so far of keeping them up. You know what I'm saying? I understand I got the little claim on there, and that's cool with me. But cause I was seeing somebody they get their stuff took, so I ain't know what it was, man. So that's why I'm like, all right, you feel me? But hey, shoot, you gotta get aggressive and go for it, man, and see how it go. But anyway, man, I'm up out of here, man. We'll be talking soon. Gone.